Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Uh, Today we're going to talk about a couple of subjects, a bit of porting, um, reed setups and gear ratio and turtle racing backing plate. Okay, come back to, you've seen videos I've done, 2 test runs on oval. We had a lot of rain 4 days prior to that. I was lucky the sun was out. Went down the oval. The grass was really wet. If you notice in the videos, I was trying to avoid one area. It was really wet, so a bit of a traction problem. If the oval was, especially the grass, completely dry, this would have wheel stand completely all the way around. Just had a big traction problem. Once the wheel spin, got no traction, the tyres are probably ballooning, then I'm losing whip of the tyre, traction flat on the ground. Anyway, yeah, it was all good. I was pretty happy with the results. Yeah, really happy. Okay. Yes, I could have run it richer that day, made a bit more power out of it. But apart from that, ran really good. Did have an exhaust leak a little bit later, which the next day after testing on the ovals and that, mate, I had to spend a day cleaning the white clay off the car. It was all over it, and just tighten up the flange bolt. Yep, no, I was really happy. It was completely dry. It would have wheel stand, no problems. That's why I was on and off the throttle, and that was just trying to get a bit of traction. You would have noticed it runs a locker. Okay. When the wheel stand had start up on the first video, second video, yeah, wheel stand, then you lose that traction on one side. Yeah, I flipped it, but all good. Still ran. Okay, but yeah, no, awesome. I did like the lockers. I don't like the one wheel spinners and all that type of thing. Just more problems and more fixing, and that's it. Anyway, apart from that, no, I was pretty happy. The only thing, next video, got my gear set from RC Max. They sent me the mismatch, so now I'm going up another 2 teeth. Okay, so that's a 46, that's a 48. Okay, it's going to be pretty interesting to see. Yeah, she pulls on a standard ported motor with the pipe that I made. Yeah, all dry and all that. Should be very interesting. Run the cover at more richer to make that a bit more power up top. It should be interesting. I reckon I could wheel stand a whole oval, no problems at all. Every time if I hit that throttle, I reckon to do it no problems. But just interesting to see how it goes. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Probably what I do, I am gonna change these Rovan tyres because you've got that balloon problem. They do make a steel belt belted tyre, so I'm going to try that out at about $10 dearer. Okay, alright, come back to porting. Okay, some tips to how to do. Okay, I actually made a stand to do my porting. I did a quick setup, base plate, angle, and I only did 4 holes. Okay, so I'm nearly over halfway finishing port work on the cylinder. Yeah, best port, yeah, come out really good. Okay, I did ask Wade about the transfer ports, which like say the right hand side, because that's where your ring gap. I said, where you actually got the ring gap? He says, oh, I have it in a transfer port. And he said he's never had a ring jam, so yeah. So anyway, apart from that, so basically to work out where your transfer's got to be, if you look at the piston here, I actually draw the line where the piston pin is. Okay, then you turn that, obviously that's your exhaust side, that's your front side of the inlet side. So you just put it in square where it should be, and mark out a line where your transfer port's got to be on that side there. I've got a little bit more to take off here. The ring gap's in there, but I just want to be totally a little bit more in the middle. After porting, I did the boost port. That's fine. It's because I clamped down my jig setup, so mate, my barrel's not going to move, because mate, you don't want anything moving, because mate, you do a big slip on the die grinder, you could totally wreck $160 and just throw it in the bin. But then I start porting the to the right, the transfer port. Yes, I've got a couple of nicks. Yeah, where she's just grabbed, but I realised I need to make multi-hole setup all around there. So when I go to do that transfer, I would turn the barrel around so it's flat there. That way you can get on top of it and you can port it, and you got more control over the porting tool. And doing it on it flat, you get less chance of if the tool tends to grab, it'll tend to take off to the right. So, and that's what happened there. I tried to do it as it is, as you see, so I got less control. So if it did grab, it's easy to roll up. So really, guys, if you're a left-handed and that's what you do all the time, basically engraving tools and die grinders and all that are to suit a person that's right-handed. Okay, I used to be a hand engraver by trade, so yeah, I could do all that fancy writing, old English writing, print it, do all the fancy stuff. So yeah, I'm well aware about engraving tools. Okay, I tend to be perfection what I do, a little bit paid off what happened in a couple of months, but basically the piston don't even touch that area there. I've got plate in there, piston doesn't even touch the skirt, because if you look at the piston, okay, doesn't even touch anything. So it's not critical. You know, I see other people's porting on YouTube, I see a couple of nicks in that, but really that does nothing. Basically all you got to worry about is more up there, you've got no marks on the main board and compression area. Or anything when the ring line comes down, you'll have no problem. So I've got to do the other transfer port on the other side. Okay, up on the end I've just got to do like a hockey stick shape, come around a bit so get the fuel to come in. So the same thing on there. I finished the let's see if I can show you. Hang on a moment. Okay, I've done the exhaust already. Okay, it's come out really good. So basically, all I've got left is the side transfer, gouge them out more, so it makes more volume air come around. It's just, that area there, that's really thick. Okay, so guys, if you're going to do porting, I suggest you make up a jig like I've done. Pretty simple plate. I actually put the plate in the front. That's another addition I did today. That way I can rest my hand when I port it. because basically your palm of your hand's not move, your fingers do all the work, okay? That way you've got control of it, so, because the tool wants to grab, and it'll go to the right. Always it'll do that. Right, come to another subject. Yes, I got my gear ratio, which they sent me a mismatch. They sent me out and I asked for the matching pinion gear to suit. So in other words, I'm putting on from 48 down to 46 spur, pinion from 26 to 28. Right, I've got my Tettle Racing backing plate, which is the right size for the 2mm to go on that heavy duty Taylor bell carrier. Okay, one on this one, I die grinded out an extra 2mm on the inside. That worked a treat, but now I've got the Tettle Racing one. Yeah, the problem I found, Tettle Racing doesn't think of things like this. So I've gone to 28. Look what happens. With that gear pinion, it's bigger, and these on the backing plate where they have a thread type of thing, so you can mount your plastic cover. I'm going to have to notch them out, okay, to fit this pinion gear on. Yeah. Tettle Racing didn't think about that one, but then again they didn't think people was running that taller pinions. Okay, I don't know, when I got the high speed Rovan gears, they come with this cover to allow you to run the bigger pinion. Okay, if it does fit in, the only thing is I would have to, let's see, the light's pretty bad. Okay, grind a bit of that plastic away, able to fit the Tettle Racing one. Yeah, that way it keeps all the dirt and rubbish out. A lot of people don't run anything, but anyway, that's the way it is. Could have used the other day, it would have saved me cleaning my barges, all that clay and dirt that got in there on that wet oval. Okay, I'll probably build this engine up. It's a spare crankcase kit I brought. The hobby shop got them in, mate, they sold like hotcakes. So I was lucky to get one. I should have got about 2 or 3. Like the cylinders, I end up getting about 3 spare ones for a bit of R&D work. Okay, you see that's the reblock setup I'm doing. It's ready to go. All I've got to do is on this casing, which I'll take the head off, okay, is put a fitting on so I can pulse the carburetor on the crankcase while I'm here, and I am going to drill holes between the bearing and seal. Okay, and chamfer it up top. I'm going to do it on both sides. That way I've got full lubrication on the clutch side, all around on my bearings. So yeah, just one less problem at the end of the day. Okay, I have to show you something. Believe it or not, one of the gaskets I got with a spare cylinder kit, mate, it's no good at all. I'm going to have to ask the hobby shop to replace that. It hasn't even been used, just the way it came in the package. The other problem I come across getting these crankcases, I don't know if I can be able to show you the problem. Okay, let's see. They actually, if you look down there, the seal is jammed up against the bearing, crank bearing. It's jammed up that much. The seal on the inside is actually on the inside of the bearing. Yeah, it makes me think, geez, I wonder if all motors are like that. When they build it, they jam the seal that far in, and you know, it shouldn't be in that far. Really, it should be virtue level or just below level of the casing. They're going to come out. I've got the hobby shop to replace these, which I haven't put in because these are going to come out and are probably damaged, so I could do the crankcase drill. Drill the holes, to allow for the lubrication, the lube the bearings. Okay, yeah, that's what I can tell you about that. So watch out, guys. That is a bit of a problem. Basically, porting wise, I just use a drumlin. There's only about 2 burrs you can basically buy. They don't really have a range of them. Now, if you do, these are carbide burrs. Basically, you need the carbide burrs to break through the plating. Okay, they're not really aluminium burr, but the secret is WD-40. Spray WD-40. The aluminium will not stick in on your burrs and clog them up. And WD-40, when as you're porting, is a good lubrication. And so use Dremlin. Then I got me 1/4 die grinder. Brought some extra pieces today. Got these things. You've got to watch out. They're really savage. They'll tend to grab and take off too, but they take some aluminium off in a quick time. They are made for aluminium. And you've got your balls. That's hopefully I'll do that section of the transfer port going across to get in that section. That's the only way I'm going to do it. That's about it, guys. Look forward to the next video. Our next run, we'll be trying out the high-speed gears. It's got another tune, more or less richen it up. Might by then get me other tyres in. These they're supposed to be belt-lined MX type things from Rovan. They're like these are only about $22, Yeah, the belt-rated ones, belt-lined, that's supposed to be $39, so I might grab a set and just see how they go. At the moment, things are pretty scarce, even around the world. In the US, it's just sort of hard to get good tyres, so probably I talk a subject in one of my videos last time. I might end up making my own tyres. So I do poly work for the gold mines and that, and yeah, I can make the tyres I can make. There won't be no foam. They'll be solid. They'll be going out, and no more ballooning. Tyres will last 5 times as long. Absolutely, they'll be only made for grass, dirt, no rocks, no concrete. It's just there's no grip. I can make it a soft compound, a hard compound, but I'm just gonna make the knobbies a bit bigger so I've got full traction. When you got all that power and you add into it, traction is your main thing. Yeah, the wheelie bar did a treat. So one more run with the high-speed gears. Okay, and then yeah, the new cylinder head's going on. Put the reed block on, and then yeah, things are all going to be happening. Okay, and hopefully yeah, put the coupling on the pipe. Okay, I'm still waiting on testing. It's snowing pretty bad over US. I forgot all about that. I've never been in snow. I've seen it, but that's for us to get. Oh, while we're on this subject, talk about vertical stacks anyway, about power stacks anyway. We'll go and run off to me Norton 38cc. I've got an OBR power stack. Okay, that actually works quite well. Even if you put a standard bar jar, plastic one, they work good too. And when people put the normal type of stack, you actually lose that torque and you snap for when you take off. The ABR is quite expensive, it's about $90 here, $95, but it works quite well. What I'm going to do is make a bigger version for the 71. Now, the 71, it's got heaps of torque. But mate, anything extra I can add to this motor before I put a ported cylinder on, I'll be just quite interested. As it is, it's for the average person, this would be a handful, full-on handful. Mate, you wouldn't want a ported cylinder. So I believe on my next tune, I might be able to make one of those power stacks. With that power stack, because it's going to be, the hole's bigger, will have to be a stud setup because you won't be able to put a bolt. In other words, there's going to be a bigger version, the one I just showed you, the ABR. That'd be quite interesting, just adding a bit of torque. So if I do more blow down on the cylinder, that would take your bottom in there. But get it back, put the torque back in the engine by putting the power stack, and still waiting on a reed stiffener, which goes in here, which I paid for it. Apparently it's come from the USA, but that USP is not sending anything to Australia for some reason. It must be COVID or whatever. I'm waiting for that. That takes up any space behind your reed, and so your throttles will just snap, just instant. There's no delay, no nothing. It improves your throttle, everything on a reed setup. So yep, looking forward to that. Anyway guys, that's about it. Just to let you know, yeah, ask me any questions you want to do about porting or tips or whatever. But it's really, porting's really for experienced person. That tool wants to take off and then it wants to take off to the right. And yeah, you see what I made. Had a couple of pieces of plate, yeah, and I whacked it all together, made it multi-hole stuff so I can move the head left, right, whatever way I want, okay, so that way I can concentrate. Oh yeah, need good light, it's the only thing I've got to get now. I do have a torch, but I want to get one of those flex lights, power up with UV stick or whatever thing. Put it in there, and because I'm getting older and that too, my eyesight, even though we're reading glasses doing that, it would work a treat if I have a big magnifying glass on top. And I can know exactly what to do, but when doing port, you got to have patience, right? One step at a time, don't go full bore because you tend to, do nasty little things. Yeah, I nicked it a little bit in there, okay. That won't happen on the other side because now I've just fixed this jig up so I can turn it to where I want it. I can concentrate, work straight on it, and just cut it. I didn't have any WD-40 on at the time. That would have been worked a treat for lubrication while you're cutting. So yeah, looking forward to get this all done. Yeah, all good guys. Anyway, I'm out. Any questions, feel free. I'll talk to you in the next video. Hopefully it'll be the next one with the gears. Anyway, I'm out. Thank you.